please just clear your heads. Don't think about this case at all as best you can. And we'll see you tomorrow morning when everybody's fresh to start again.
Judge Beverly Cannoni sent the jury home as they could not reach a verdict in the Karen Reed murder trial. She's facing charges in the killing of her boyfriend and Boston police officer John O'Keefe. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Priscilla Casper.
And I'm Colton Bradford. Those jurors, they asked several questions, 4 questions today, as they continued to deliberate the fate of Karen Reed. We have team coverage for you tonight with Michael Rosenfield and Eli Rosenberg with reaction outside of court.
But before we get to them, we want to begin with our John Maroney with the very latest developments inside the courtroom. John, good evening.
Good evening, Priscilla. At times this afternoon, it felt like we had a verdict, but that was not the case, and the jury will return tomorrow to continue its deliberations.
Out of the way, out of the way.
Karen Reed and company on the move, answering jury questions while awaiting a verdict. The 45-year-old defendant has pleaded not guilty to hitting John O'Keefe with her SUV and leaving him to die in a blizzard.
I received 3 questions from the jury.
The second full day of deliberations featured a series of questions from the jury. What's the time frame for the OUI charge? Are Karen's video clips evidence? Does conviction on a subcharge convict the overall charge? Judge Cannoni told the jury the OUI timing is up to them and Reed's interviews are evidence. Regarding the subcharges, she and the attorneys amended the verdict slip.
It's the exact same verdict slip, and it's still consistent with the jury instructions I gave you, but it's a little bit easier for you to follow.
Reed and her entourage returned to court before lunch for another jury question with familiar overtones.
If we find not guilty on 2 charges but can't agree on 1 charge, is it a hung jury on all 3 charges or just 1 charge?
Reed's first trial ended in a hung jury when jurors couldn't agree on the manslaughter charge. The defense asked the judge to give this jury special instructions. She declined. Defense attorney Alan Jackson objected strenuously.
We're going to end up in the exact same position that we were in last year.
There are other steps that can be taken to perhaps prevent that.
The jury was dismissed around 4 o'clock. John O'Keefe's family filed out of the courthouse, followed by Reed and her lawyers, none of them making any comments.
Karen, how are you feeling?
Now the jury will return at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for the 3rd full day of deliberations. Well, live in Dedham, John Maroney, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, John, thanks for starting us off. We also got the chance to hear from Karen Reed's father this afternoon. Michael Rosenfield joins us live with that part of our coverage. Michael?
Hey, Colton, yeah, lots of intrigue in court today, but so far no verdict. And as you heard, the jury had 4 questions for the judge today. And during the midday break here outside the courthouse, Karen Reed's father spoke to reporters briefly about those questions. He said he did not want to make any inferences from the questions the jurors were asking. He said we're all reasonable people. He said he wants his daughter free. Here's William Reed speaking to reporters earlier today as this trial makes its way to the finish line, although we're not there yet.
We'll play this thing out, coming back in about an hour, and that's how we do it. I've been playing this out for 3.5 years.
Did you feel the judge was responsive to what the defense said?
I'll let the attorneys respond to that.
Would you consider a conviction?
Why they wanted you back at 1:30?
Yeah, I've got. No, I'm not sure. I'm not privy to that.
Did you consider an OUI conviction a win for Karen Reed?
I just want our daughter home. Yeah, and free.
So far, jurors have had 2 full days of deliberations, plus those couple of hours back on Friday, and right now it's anybody's guess how long this will go on for. Live at the courthouse in Dedham, Michael Rosenfield, NBC 10 Boston.
Michael, thank you. We do want to continue our team coverage with our Eli Rosenberg. He's outside the courtroom where crowds have been growing in anticipation of a verdict in this high-profile case. Eli, I understand it is quiet now, but it was a different atmosphere just a couple hours ago.
Most definitely, Priscilla. Roller coaster of emotions out here, especially when word got outside here that the jury had questions inside. At one point, I in fact saw an unopened bottle of champagne, but in the end, no verdict today. On the second full day of deliberations in the Karen Reed trial, jury questions, but no verdict. Those outside the courthouse in Dedham could hardly take it.
I'm anxious. I've been here since last year. My heart pounds when I think about it. I was here right from the beginning in the pretrial.
And again today, much like they were for the first trial last year, and now through the second, crowds dressed in pink in support of Karen Reed gathered outside the courthouse.
It's just a different feel from last year. Totally different feel. I just felt like today was the day. I don't have a specific reason. I just felt like today was the day.
And just before noon out here, anticipation and tension. Word the jury had questions. Those outside trying to decipher what it all could mean.
I think they really hung up on the jury instructions like they were last year. Very confusing. They're not, the questions they're asking, their answers aren't being met.
I think that they're stuck on the OUI, but I think because she didn't clarify the times, that they should probably just not consider it at all.
Many out here have been showing up for more than a year, dating back to Reed's first trial last year. Now hoping for some resolution after feeling a calling to be here to show support. And it doesn't take long to hear the emotion in people's voices talking to them here outside of court. They say they'll be back again tomorrow, hoping for some resolution, a case that has spanned years. Live in Dedham, Eli Rosenberg, NBC 10 Boston.
And it certainly feels a bit like deja vu as well. Eli, thank you. Well, let's continue our team coverage right now with NBC 10's chief legal analyst, Michael Coyne. Michael, let's talk about these four jury questions. What do those questions say about the state of deliberations at this time as that jury gets ready to head back into the courthouse tomorrow morning?
It would appear they've made significant progress on some of the counts before them, but are divided on the one of the counts that they don't seem to, at least presently, think they're going to be able to resolve. It's still early to start to worry about a hung jury. But at this point in time, they have made a lot of progress. We're only 3 days in. She's going to encourage them to work harder at trying to resolve whatever differences they may have.
Michael, as always, thank you. We'll see you coming up next hour here on Canton Confidential. And just a reminder to you at home, NBC 10 Boston will be your home as we continue verdict watch in the Karen Reed murder retrial. Once that jury comes to its decision, we'll bring it to you live with insight, with analysis, and with team coverage. And again, be sure to join us. Stay with us here on NBC Boston. A recap of the day's developments on Canton Confidential. That is at 7 o'clock. We're going to hear from experts like our Michael Coyne, as well as analysts, as we await this verdict. That is tonight, 7 o'clock here on NBC 10 Boston.